Hey everybody, welcome to the workshop. Thank you so much for joining me. In today's episode, I'm going to be doing a scroll saw project. What I've decided this time is I have chosen some Bolivian rosewood for this project. I've never worked with this wood before. As a matter of fact, I've got quite a few projects that I would like to do over time, and so instead of choosing some of the easier woods to cut, I wanted to try some exotics. So I went online and I bought me a set of exotic wood panels that are like this, some 6 inches like this one by 24, some 8 by 24. So that way I have a variety of different woods to be able to choose from instead of using the same thing that I would say normally would, say something like pine or maybe ash or cherry, something like that. So I've got a variety of woods. But today it's Bolivian rosewood, and the print I'm going to be doing is this cross pattern. Let's see if you can see it better. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to do something a little bit different. Typically, you would get your print, and this came out of a scroll saw magazine that I got off of Amazon. It's Christian-inspired ones, like 300 Christian-inspired scroll saw projects, and this is one of them. And so typically you would print this out, put it onto your wood, tape it down, and then start drilling and scrolling. Well, I get a little bit tired of having to deal with the tape and the piece of paper, having to retape it, having to go through and take all the packing tape back off. It gets a little bit annoying. Anybody out there who's done scroll saw work knows what I'm talking about. So I decided to do something different, and I now have the xtool M1 Ultra laser engraver crafting machine. So I decided to import the image into the computer, put it in the software, and see if I could use the laser to laser the image onto the wood, so that way I could get rid of the piece of paper and the tape. And so I ran a trial, and this is what I've come up with. So it actually came out really well. This is a piece of red oak right here from another project that I had done. So this was some scrap wood. And so it came out really well. Now, yes, it is possible to just laser the whole thing out and be done with it, but I do enjoy the work of actually using the scroll saw. But I wanted to try to find another way, and I don't really see much difference in this versus, say, printing it out. Now, the M1 Ultra also does have the printer head, and I could print it on here, but once again, I don't really see the point in doing that when I can just etch it straight onto the wood. Now I can take it over to the scroll saw and start scrolling, and I don't have to deal with all that. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. So first step is I'm going to be cutting the wood in half, and then I'm going to take it inside and we're going to laser the image on. So stick with me today on Adam's Workshop. All right, we've got the thing lasered out. Here it is. Let's see if I can get it where you can see it. So you can see the pattern has been lasered into it. I don't know if you can hear it, but it has been lasered in there just enough to where you can actually catch your fingernail on it just barely. So it's not going to rub off, and I don't have to worry about the paper. So I am looking forward to getting started on this. And interestingly, choosing this pattern, it is a, there's, if you can see it, there's a lot of little bitty holes in there. This is very intricate, and this is going to be a nice test here to see how well I can do this. I have not done one with such small holes. I've done obviously some stuff, but this is going to be a challenge. So I think what I'll do is I'll start off with drilling the holes, and I'm going to have to go through my drill bits and see what I can find that's going to be small. Some of these holes here, like I got a couple of just straight up holes down here that is just going to be drilled out. So I'm not going to be using the scroll saw for that at all. Some of these holes, even like some of the spaces like this right here, I know it's kind of hard to see, but it's going to be kind of rough to do those, finding a drill bit the right size and then be able to get the blade threaded through there, so that way I can do it. But yeah, I still think this is going to be a lot of fun, especially with the intricacy of it too. It's not just like a basic starter pattern. This is going to be a complicated one. So let's get in here and get started with this. All right, the project is now complete and it is looking really good. It took a lot of time to do. I think it took me all of about maybe 7 hours to complete. Had to take a lot of breaks in between, but ultimately it was well worth it. I don't do these projects very often, but it is a lot of fun when I do get to do them. I'm going to get to put this up on my wall and get a lot of enjoyment out of it. So I hope all of y'all enjoyed this, and I hope that you will like, share, and subscribe, and join me for more projects in the future. Until next time, I'll see y'all again next time in the workshop.